and Chati. The old Karushi constituency had the following wards: Kalanga, Lubuto, Dongwe, Kalungwishi, Luapula, Kalengwa, Buseko, Kankonshi, Chibuluma, Remi Chisupa, Ngweshi, Kafyue, Sokoloko. The next district is Rufanyama, and it has a new constituency, Rufanyama East, with the following wards: Mitwe, Kafubu, Chivanga, Nsokotwe, Vulaya, Chantente, Mibenge, Mukumbo, Mwelushi, Lwabufubo. And the old Rufanyama constituency, which was Rufanyama West, had the following wards: Milopa, Kasonka, Mushingashi. The next constituency is Masaiti, with the old constituency as Kafulafuta, which had the following wards: Mapalo, Mwatishi, Majaliwa, Chondwe, Mutaba, and Katonte. The new constituency in Masaiti is Kalalangabo constituency, with the following wards: Ishitwe, Miengwe, Mishikishi, Chinondo. Kashiti district, with the old constituency as Masaiti, it has the following wards: Kamifungo, Miputu, Chilulu, Shimibanga, Katuba, Lumano, Masangano. We go to Mpongwe district, and the new constituency is Mpongwe East, having the following wards: Kanyenda, Kasamba, Ivenga, Chisapa, Kalweo, Ntanda, and Mikata. The old constituency, which was in Mpongwe West, had the following wards: Luswishi, Kasonga, Mukumpu, Impumbu, Kashiba, Mpongwe Central, Nampamba, and Musofu. We move to Ndola district. It had Bwana Mukubwa constituency with the following wards: Mushidi, Lupidi, Twashuka, Itawa, Munkulungwe, and Kavu. Then it also had, this is Ndola district, Chifubu constituency with the following wards: Kamba, Kawama, Kanyanje, Pamozi, Fibobe, and Chifubu. The new constituency in Ndola district is Dag Hammarskjöld, with the following wards: Kaniki, Dag Hammarskjöld, Twapia. Still in Ndola district, and the old constituency Kabushi has the following words: Chichele, Kantolomba, Lubuto, Mukuba, Kafubu, Skyways, Masala, Kaloko, Kabushi, and Toka. Still in Ndola, the old constituency Ndola Central has the following words: Kanini, Kansenshi, Nkwazi, Yengwe, Mapalo. That is all for the Copperbelt province.
Thank you, Commissioner Mkanda. We proceed to Eastern Province. Chairperson, I also beg to move and moderate from the table as we proceed with Eastern Province. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the various constituencies, and as has been mentioned, we are moving to Eastern Province, and the words are as follows, beginning with Chadiza district. The old constituency was Chadiza East, and these are the ward names: Wanunka, Kaluma, Kumba, Taferasoni, Ambidzi. And the new constituency in Chadiza, the old constituency in Chadiza is Chadiza West, and the words are Tikondane, Mangwe, Nsanzu, Chajowe, Chadiza, Kapachi, Manje, Kandabwako, Naviluri, and Kampini. And then we have Chama, the constituency in Chama Central, and the words are Mwalala, Mantepa, Kalinku, Kaozi, Mpalausenga, Kampemba, and the final one is Vazimu. We now move to Chama North, which is the constituency within Chama, and the words Angwa, Chisunga, Ndunda, a constituency in Chama again called Chama South, since we now have Chama North and Chama South, and the words are Mavinga, Lupamazi, Chiwungwe, Chulunje, and Mapamba. In Manda Hill, Susa, Magodi, Kajilime, Kapilisanga. In Chasefu, we also have Chasefu South, and the words are Luerezi, Membe. It is in Chipangali district. We have Chipangali, and the last word is Musandi. Zinje, Lukuswe constituency, name as I've already said is Chipata North, and the words are Masupe, Msanga, Kapata, being the last word within Chipata ward. We have the old constituency of Luangeni. Okay. We have the old constituency in Luangeni in Chipata, and the ward names are Singo, Mwami, Kova, Makangila, Chikando, and the final one being Kazimule ward in Luangeni, the old constituency. In Lumezi, which is still an old constituency, we have Lumezi North, the old one, and the words are Lumimba, Kazembe, Kapangala, Kaikumbe, Wachitangachi, and the final one being Chantomwa. The new word in Lumezi district is Lumezi South, and the words in this Lumezi South constituency are Chivande, Lukusuzi, Kachama, Kamimba, and the final one is Diwa. Another new word is in Lusangazi, and it's called Lusangazi Central, and the word names are Mawanda, Chikowa, Lusangazi, Mudonza, Chisangu, and the final one is Ukwimi ward. The old one in Lusangazi was Mateo Mzeka, Lutwa, an old constituency, Malambo East, and the words are Jumbe, Chipapa, Chisengu, Mpomwa, Chikowa, Msoro, Nyakatokoli, and the final one is Kasamanda. That's Malambo East, the old constituency. The new constituency in Mambwe is referred to as Malambo West, and the words are Nsefu, Mkanya, Cheka, referred to as Nyimba North, and the words are Luangwa, Chinambi, Kaliwe, Chisimbwe, Katipa, Mpundwe, with the final one, Glala, Vizimumba, I have been requested to tell you which one is the new constituency and the old one in Chadiza. The new constituency in Chadiza is referred to as Chadiza East, and the words are Mwanunka, Kaluma, Nkumba, Nkala, Mwangazi, Mavumo, Chilenga, Chamandala, Taferansoni, and Abizi. Those are the new wards in Chadiza East, which is the new constituency. And in Chipata, the new constituencies are 3. It's called Chipata North, and the words are, the district is Chipata. The new constituency is called Chipata North, and the words are Masupe, Musanga, and Kapata, 3 of them. Those are the new ones in Chadiza and in Chipata. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Ambassador Mtiti. We proceed to Luapula Province with Commissioner Chipenzi.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Chair, CEO, the members. In Luapula Province, we go to Chienge and Chienge constituency, which is the existing constituency. In Chienge constituency, we have the following wards: Runchinda, Chibamba, Chipungu, Luau, Chitunda, Lambwe, Chomba, Chienge, Katete. Still in Chienge district, we have Karungwishi, new constituency. We have wards that include Ifuna, Chipamba, Kalobra, Chitutu, Karungwishi, Munwa, Mununga. Chifunabuli, the new constituency in Chifunabuli is Chifunabuli North. And the following are the wards for Chifunabuli North: Musonde, Chinkutila, Kasansa, Kasaba, Kapamba, Kapesh. And the existing constituency, Chifunabuli, which is Chifunabuli South now, is Mbabala itself, Kasongole, Mulunda, Chivote constituency. It has not been touched, and it has the following wards: Rushiba, Fisaka, Luwena, Kavanse, Liwombe, Pambashe itself. In Mansa, we have Bahati constituency, which is the old or the existing constituency, with the following wards: Namwadwe, Shiriapa, and Muchinka. These are the wards that make up Mansa East. We have Mansa Central, which is made up of the following wards: Mushipashi, Kaole, Fimpulu, and Izmwelu constituency, with the following wards: Kabuta, Munkombwe, Mwatishi, Kashikishi, Semba. Has the following wards: Katomfyo. These are the wards that make up Ncherenge, the old, the existing constituency. Thank you, Chairperson and CEO.
Thank you.
My Chair, thank you, CEO. to the district and Chilanga North constituency, which is a new constituency. The following are the wards. I've seen Lusaka clapping, so listen carefully so that you don't go to another person's ward. Chilanga North, which is a new constituency, and has the following wards. The first one being Mwembeshi, Chinyanja, Namalombwe. Chilanga South, which is still in Chilanga district, we have new farms, Chilanga, Mount Makulu, Chilongolo, Nakajenje, Kalundu. These, they make up Chilanga South, which is the existing constituency. Chongwe, we go to Chongwe. We have Chongwe East, which is the remainder of the existing constituency. We have Kapete, Mlenje, Chalimbana, Chongwe, Manyiga, Mwalumina, Ruimba, Katoba, Njorwe, Nakatindi, and Chute. Chongwe, this is a new constituency, Chongwe West. We have Kasenga, Kasisi, Chinkuli, Tandabale, Palabana, Madido, Ngwerere, Kapkanyambale. Then Kanagantapa, Chainda. So we have, those are the wards that make up the new constituency in Chongwe. Kafue district, we have Kafue, Shimabala, Malundu, Chisakane, Chifwema, Chisakira, Kambale, Chitende, and Chiava. These make up Kafue East. Kafue West, which is the existing constituency, has the remaining wards. Magoba, Chigupi, Mungu, Kabweza, Kasanje, Shikoswe, Shabusale, Matanda. That ends Kafue West, which is existing. We come to Lusaka itself now. Lusaka town or Lusaka district. We have Chawama. We have Nkoroma. Chawama has not been touched. So it's the way it has been, but I'll read it for the sake of repeating what is there. So we have Nkoroma, Chawama, John Howard, but we have these following wards. Kamwala, Kabwata, Libala, Chilenje, and Kamlanga, and Kanyama itself. So these, Chinika and Kanyama. Ward Lima constituency. I think this has been born from Matero. So Lima, you have Lima ward itself, and we have Mwembeshi ward. There are only 2 wards there. So it will be easier for those. So we have Lima and Mwembeshi. Then you have Lusaka Central. Lusaka Central has been touched, which the existing Lusaka Central now remains with the Independence Ward, Lubwa Ward, and Kabulonga Ward. So we have 3 wards in the Lusaka Central. Then Lusaka again, district, we have Maken, which has been born out of Kanyama. We have Harimwanga Nkumbula, new constituency called Maken. Lusaka, Mandevu, the existing Mandevu constituency has got the following wards, which have remained after annexing some to form another constituency. So we have Chaisa, remains in Mandevu, Justin Kabwe, Nana wards. Those are the wards that make up Mandevu. I'll repeat them. Chaisa, Justin Kabwe, Raphael Chota, Mpulungu, and Kabanana. Then Lusaka, Matero, the existing Matero constituency now, has remained with the following wards: Muchinga, Kapwepwe, and Matero itself. So it has 3 wards remaining. Lusaka continues. We have Munari. Munari was also touched, and the existing Munari constituency now has the following wards. We have Munari, Chakunkula, Chainda, Kalikiliki, and Mutendere. So we have Munari, Chakunkula, Chainda, Kalikiliki, and Munari constituency. Then we have what is called Roma constituency, which is a new constituency. We have Surija ward, Roma itself, Mulungushi, Ngwerere, and Kalingalinga. I repeat again, or I repeat. Surija, Roma, Mulungushi, Ngwerere, and Kalingalinga form what is called Roma constituency. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, CEO. Thank you very much. I have to repeat Kanyama and Makeni, so that is very clear, very clear, Kanyama and Makeni. So we have Kanyama ward, Kanyama constituency, which is the old constituency. The remnants, that the wards that are, and Kanyama itself. Then the new constituency born out of Kanyama is Makeni. So Makeni constituency, which is a new constituency out of Kanyama, has the following wards: Hari Mwanga Kumbula ward, Makeni Villa, and Munkolo. I hope I'm very clear now. Thank you very much, Chairperson and CEO.
Thank you, Commissioner Spenzi. We will now proceed to Muchinga province, which will be read by General Mukanda. Thank you.
Thank you, CEO. Thank you, Chairperson. Muchinga province. Chinsali district. The new constituency is called Chilinda constituency, with the following wards: Itapa, Chunga, Chilunda, Chilinda, Minkuku, Milemba, Kaunga, Malalo, Chipanga, and Chambeshi. Still in Chinsali, the mother constituency, which is called Chinsali Central, remains with the following wards: Lubu, Munkwakubu, Munkwakubiri, Munwakubiri. Sorry about that. Munwakubiri, Ituntwe, Nkakula, Lubwa, Ichinga, and Chinsali itself. We move to Isoka district. The mother constituency is called Isoka. Remains with the following wards: Itukuta, Kasoka, Kawenga, Kapirilonga, Kantensha, Kapirilonga, and Kalungu. Still in Isoka, the new constituency is called Nkombwa constituency. It has the following words: Milongo, Chinyonga, Sansa Mwenje, Mpungu, Kanyala, Kabandama, Luangwa. And it has the following words: Chambeshi, Mansha, Mbubu, Lualeshi, and Mbati. Still in Kanchivia, the new constituency is called Luitikila constituency, with the following words: Chibwa, Chewe Shimfwamba, Chinama, Munikashi, and Lulingira. We move to Mafinga district. The mother constituency is Mafinga North, which has the following words: Mafinga, Mululu, Vemba, and Mukutu. Still in Mafinga, the new constituency is called Mafinga South, with the following words: Kakoma, Mahobe, Kalanga, Vumbo, and Luhoka. We move on to Mpika district. The Mutekwe, Kapamba, Lubambala, Musakanya, Luitikila, and Mutamba. The new constituency in Mpika district is called Mpika South, and it has the following words: Chifungwe, Muchinga, Nachikufu, Chishibe Nsonde, and Mukungwa. Nakonde district, it has a new constituency called Mwenzo constituency, with the following words: Mwanga, Mulalo, Luchinde, Ngumba, Popomozi, Musiani, and Ikumbi. Whilst the mother constituency, Nakonde constituency, remains with the following words: Nakonde, Isunda, Old Fife, Musele, Mpande, Mukulika, Chiwanza, and Ilonda. Allow me, Chair, to repeat the words in the new constituency of Nkombwa, Isoka district, because I missed one word. So in Isoka district, the new constituency is called Nkombwa, with the following words: Milongo, Chinyonga, Sansamwenje, Mpungu, Kanyala. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. We proceed with Northern Province and with Commissioner Chipenzi.
Thank you so very much, Chairperson and CEO. We go to Northern Province, and Northern Province, we start with Kaputa. The Kaputa district and Kaputa constituency. You know that Kaputa district is a one constituency district, so it has given birth to one constituency. And the existing Kaputa will remain with the following constituencies, wards, will remain with the following wards: Munkonge, Mwawe, Kapubwa, Kaleulu, Lubendwa, Mowa, Mionga, Chitandala, Choma, Unfortunately, there's also Choma in Kaputa and Chipiri. so we have Choma also in Kaputa. So we have the new constituents now in the Kaputa district, born out of Kaputa constituents, which is called Kundawika. Kundawika constituency is a new constituency in Kaputa district, and it has the following wards: Nkonta, Kayamba, Chiyulunda, Chisoko, Mofwe, Karungwishi, Rutonfwe. These are the wards that make up the new constituency called Kundawika. We go to Kasama. Kasama Central, which is the parent constituency in Kasama district. It has the following wards: Lukupa, Julia Chikamoneka, Mulilansolo, Chiba, Waluo, Mukanga. These are the wards that make up Kasama Central. Then we have the new constituency in Kasama called Kasama North. Kasama North will have the following wards: Lukulu, Kasenga, Burulu, Ituna, Chilunga, Lusenga, Kapanda, yes, and Kapanda. So we have, that is Kasama North, I repeat, Lukulu, Kasenga, Burulu, Ituna, Chilunga, Lusenga, and Kapanda. They will form the new constituency called Kasama North. Kasama, again, district, now Rukasha, which has also donated some wards to the new constituency. Musowa, Lukutu, Chifwile, Insansa. Oh, sorry. I've gone beyond. I think I thought Rukasha is still as big as it was. It has been. So let me repeat the words for Rukasha. Sorry. So Rukasha constituency, which is existing constituency, has the following wards: Buseko, Kapumaula, Kapongolo, Chibundu, Chumba, and Musowa. I hope I'm clear now. Then we go to Ruingu, under the old constituency called Rubansenshi. Rubansenshi has based a new constituency, but the old Rubansenshi has the following wards remaining: Lukutu, Chimfwile, Insansa, Mushituwambo, Ruata, and Insangano. Those are the words that have remained in Rubansenshi constituency. The new Ruwingu Central, and has the following wards: Mushishe, Mwela Wamangu, Ipusukiro, Katopola, Namkolo, Chulungama, and Masonde. I repeat, the new constituency called Ruwingu Central will have Mushishe, Mwela Wamangu, Ipusukiro, Katopola, Namkolo, Chulungoma, and Masonde. We go to Mbala. Yes. So Mbala Central, which is the old or existing constituency, but gave birth to another constituency. So the remaining wards in the old existing Mbala Central is Mwambezi, Kazimorwa, Motomoto, and Kalambo Falls. Those are the wards that have is Saise constituency, which has the following wards: Intala, Kawimbe, Mwamba, Luandi, and Sunzu. Those are the wards that make up the new constituency called Saise. We go to Mpulungu. We have Mpulungu North, which is the existing constituency which was called Mpulungu. Now it has a surname called North. So we have Mpulungu North, which is the old constituency, Mumila, and Chitimbwa. So these form the remaining Mpulungu Central, Mpulungu North constituency. The new constituency in Mpulungu district now, born out of Mpulungu, is called Mpulungu South. And it has the following wards: Shisha, Rwambazi, and Insunga. These are the wards that make up the new Mpulungu South constituency. We go to Mungwi, which is Malole constituency and has given birth to one constituency. And the following are the wards that make up the old Malole constituency. These are Iyaya, Fube, Ngulula, Mungwi, Mabula, Mfinshe, Mwembeshi. There's another, sorry, I missed one from the, yes. So the Malole, the old Malole, which is in Mungwi district, has the following. I repeat the number of wards and the names. We have Kalungu Ward, Iyaya Ward, Fube Ward, Ngulula Ward, Mungwi Ward, Mabula Ward, Finshe Ward, and Chambeshi Ward, making up the existing Malole constituency. The new constituency in Malole district, in Mungwi district, which has been born out of Malole constituency, is Mpanda. Mpanda has the following wards: Fibwe, Kabisha, Luchewe, Lubala, Mpanda itself, Chamfubu, and Katumba wards. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, CEO.
Thank you. We'll proceed with Commissioner Mtiti with Northwestern Province.
Thank you, Chair, CEO. Northwestern Province. The first district in Northwestern Province is Kabompo, and the old or existing Litoya, Chifue, Kamisombo, and finally Nkuluashi. The new constituency in Kabompo is Kabompo West, and the wards are Kabulamena, Kamisamba, Mumbeji, Maveve, Kalwilo, Chikenge, Katuva, and finally Lunyiwe. In Kalumbila, it was also a single district constituency. The old constituency still remains as Kalumbila, and the wards are Chovwe, Musele, Kisasa, Chitungu, Makumbi, and Mumbezi. The new constituency in Kalumbila is known as Lumwana, and the wards are Kivanza, Mwajimambwe, Wavituo, Chilenda, Mumena, and Matebo. In Kasempa, the old constituency has the following wards: Kamakechi, Jifumpa, Mukunashi, Kanongo, Kantenda, Chivende, Nkeyauna, Kikonkomene, Njenga, Kalombe, and finally, Kamusongolwa. And in Kasempa again, the new constituency name is Mufwashi, and the words are as follows: Kamakuku, Nselauke, Ingwe, Kaimbwe, Kamatete, Mukema, Mukinda, Nyoka, Mako, Luwofu, Kelongwa, Mpungu, and finally, Ndengwe. In Mufumbwe, we have a new constituency which is known as Dongwe, and the words are as follows: Musoweji, Kilale, Mushima, Kaminzekezeke, Kalafuta, Chimpandanga, and finally, Miluji. The old or existing constituency in Mufumbwe is still known as Mufumbwe, and the words are Kashima West, Kashima East, Katushi, Kamavuta, Kalambu, Chizela, Shukwe, Kikongwe, Kalengwa, Munyambala, and finally, Kavipupu. In Mwinilunga, we have a new constituency which is called Mwinilunga East, and the words are Mundwiji, Kapundu, Kanyama, Kakoma, Kasampula, Lumwana, Chisasa, Makuya, Ntambu, Sailunga, Samuteva, and finally, Kanyikomboshi. Those are the words that make up Mwinilunga East constituency. We have the old Mwinilunga West constituency, which has the following words, and the words are Kanzezi, Chibwika, Kamapanda, Kanongesha, Kawiku, Kabanda, Mulumbi, Kampemba, and finally, Mundanyama. These make up the old Mwinilunga, which is now called Mwinilunga West constituency. In Solwezi, the old constituency is Solwezi West, and the words are Kabijimpanga, Sandangombe, Kiala la Kunkuba, Kiawama, Tumvwanga Nai, and finally, Kamale, Kivwana Ngai, and finally, Kimale in Solwezi Central. And the new constituency is Solwezi North, and it has Kimasala, Kamalamba. No, Kimasala is, there's a mix up there. Yeah. Yeah, but Kimasala. Sorry, just one moment. Kimasala. I just wanted to clear something. There's in Solwezi, the new constituency in Solwezi North, the first word is called Kimasala, and then we have Kamalamba, Kajiba, Kivuku, Kiafukama, and finally, Kifubwa. In Zambezi, we have a new constituency called Zambezi Central, and it has the following words: Chitokoloki, Kasesi Chivweji, Zambezi, Chilenga Chizenzi, Mukanda Kunda, Mapachi Chiingi. These words have surnames. Mapachi Chinyingi, it's one word. And finally, Likungu. And Zambezi also has the old constituency, which is called Zambezi East, and it has the following words: Nyakulenga, Luitadi, Luatembo, Mpidi, Kakonga, Dipalata, and finally, Lukunyi. These are the words in the old Zambezi East. And we also have another old word in Zambezi, which is known as Zambezi West, and the constituency, the wards which have remained in this constituency are as follows: Liovu, Muyembe, Mwange, Nyawanda, and finally Matondo, Nyachikai. Those are the 4 wards that make up the old Zambezi West constituency. And that
In Southern Province with General Mkanda.
Thank you, CEO. I'll start with the Choma. Choma has 2 old constituencies, and they gave birth to 1. So I'll start with the old existing constituencies. District Choma, constituency Choma Central, it has the following wards: Mutandalike, Muvula, Sikalundu, Stateland, Kalundana, Simacheche, Siamambo, Momba, Simamvwa. The other old constituency was called Mbabala in the Choma district, and Mbabala has the following wards: Ngonga, Kabimba, Muntanga, Macha, Kabanze Mayobo. It has also a surname, this. Kabanze Mayobo, Simaubi, Chilala Ntambo, Mapanza, Kalundu, Nchembe, Manguza, and Mbabala itself. And the new constituency in Choma district is called Choma South constituency, and it has the following ward names: Namuswa, Masuku, Siasikabole, Singani, Nakempa, Sikalongo, and Batoka. I move to Itehitehi district. The mother constituency is called Itehitehi East, with the following wards: Kanzwa, Masemu, Babiji, Lubanda, Vanamwaze, Makunku, Nyambo, Kabulungwe. And the new constituency in Itehitehi district is called Itehitehi West, with the following ward names: Itehite, Itumbi, Vasanga, Lubwe, Mbila, Shambala, and Luchena. We come to Kalomo district. Similarly, Kalomo had 2 constituencies which gave birth to a new one. So I'll start with the old ones, existing ones. District Kalomo, constituency Ndudumwezi, which has the following ward names: Kasukwe, Katuka. Still in Kalomo, the other mother constituency is called Kalomo Central, with the following ward names: Naluja, Biridi, Chifu, and Chilesha. The new constituency in Kalomo district is called Kalomo South, and it has the following wards: Mayoba, Namianga, Sipatunyana, Chawila, Simayakwe, and Nachikungu. I move to Kazungula district. Kazungula has a new district, Kazungula has a new constituency called Kazungula North. And it has the following wards: Momba, Choma, Nguba, Kauwe, Nyawa, Wombwe, Ngwezi, and Simango. And the mother constituency in Kazungula, called Kazungula South, remains with the following wards: Sikaunzwe, Kazungula Central, Mandia, Sekute, Kanchele, Musokotwane, Katapazi, and Mukuni. We move on to Livingston. The old mother constituency in Livingston district is called Livingston Central, and it has remained with the following wards: Freedom, Musotunya, Akapelwa, Lizuma, Dambwa Central, Zambezi, Nakatindi, Simonga, and Dr. Mubitana. The new constituency in Livingston district is called Maramba constituency, and it has the following ward names: Kasia, Sima Tobolo, Libuyu, Kabila, Shungu, Nansanzu, Kariba, Maramba, Mulungushi, Mwalibonena, and Namatama. We move to Mazabuka district. Again, Mazabuka gives birth to one constituency and has two odd ones. I'll start with the odd constituencies. District Mazabuka, Magoya East constituency remains with the following wards: Konkola, Chivuna, Mbaya, Musuma, Munjile, Ngwezi, and Chizobo. The other odd constituency in Mazabuka district is called Mazabuka Central, and it has remained with the following wards: Mazabuka Central, Benimwinga, Kaonga, Nakambala, Neganega, Lubombo, and Mugoto. So these two old constituencies gave birth to one new one in Mazabuka district called Magoe West. That's the new constituency in Magoe, Mazabuka district, and it has the following wards: Nachipoma, Mwana Chingwala, Munenga, Kalama, Itebe, and Siyowi. Siyowi. I move to Monze. The mother constituency in Monze district is Wengwa. It has the following ward names: Malundu, Hamusonde, Kaila, Kemba, Chongo East, Chongo West, Wengwa, Hamangaba. Still in the Monze district, the other old and still existing constituency is Monze Central. It has retained the following ward names: Hamamvwa, Katimba, Wombo, Hatontola, Fua Hamapande, and Monze Urban. Still in the Monze district, which has now given birth to a new constituency called Monze East, it has the following ward names: Mayaba, Chisekese, Ufwenuka, Singonya, Chipembele, and Manungu. So still in Monze, the other odd one remaining is called Momba constituency, and it retains the following ward names: Mwanza West, Mwanza Central, Mwanza East, Chona, and Momba. We move to Namwala district, and Namwala has got a new constituency called Namwala East with the following wards: Mala, Namusonde, Kabula Mwanda, Kantengwa, Mandondo, Mbeza, Nakamboma, and Chitongo. With Namwala's old constituency called Namwala West, retaining the following ward names: Mobola, Namakube, Itapa, Ichila, Ngabo, Namwala Central, Vambwe, and Ndema. We move on to Sinazongwe district, which also has a new constituency called Kariba constituency, with the following wards: Mamba, Muchekwa, Mwemba, Muka, Tekelo, Mwenda, Siameja, Namazambwe, and Mavinga ward. With the old constituency in Sinazongwe district, which is Sinazongwe constituency, retaining the following ward names: Chiabi, Malima, Sinenge, Nangombe, Nkandabwe, Sinazongwe province.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, CEO. We are now going to Kwa High. Kwa High. And Western Province, we start with Kalabo. Kalabo district has two constituents currently. That is Kalabo Central and Liua. However, only Kalabo Central was touched to give birth to the new constituency, which will be called Kalabo South. So I'll start with the parent constituency, which is Kalabo Central. It has remained with the following wards. But please forgive me, also these wards have surnames, so, and also long. So Kalabo Central, we have Lutwi, Kalabo Central. Kalabo South, which is the new constituency, we have the following wards: Ndoga, Lukona, Namulilo, Nguma, Mitwi, Kandambo, Chilele. Those are the wards that make up the new constituency that is called Kalabo South. Liua, which is also in Kalabo, has not been touched, but for the sake of repeating myself and those who have forgotten the names, I'll read the Liua constituency wards, and that is Salunda, Luola, Siluwe, Likulundundu, Upangoma, Kuli, Mishulundu, Sishekanu, Libonda and Ngunyama. Libonda and Ngunyama. Then Luampa West, Luampa District, the old constituency, which was Luampa, has earned itself a surname called Luampa East. That is the old constituency and has the following wards: Ikunikila. Yes, so those are what make Luampa East. Luampa West, which is the new constituency now in Luampa, will have the following wards: Lububa, Lui, Mbanyutu, Nkenga, Mwanawasa, Murwa, and Kayembe. Those are the new, the wards that make up Luampa West in Luampa district. Lukulu, we have Lukulu North, which is the old constituency with the remnant wards as follows. Smakumba, Kamilende, Kaluwawa, Dongwe, Rwanchuma, Namayula, and Mwandi. Those make up the old constituency called Lukulu, now will be called Lukulu North. The new constituency in Lukulu district will be called Lukulu South and has the following wards: Kashamba, Mwito, Shizize, Kangoti, Ngimbu, Kawaya, Lukau, Mbanga, Yambai, and Likapai. Mongu Central. I was told there that is Mungu, not Mongu, but this is Mongu. Mongu district has what is called Mongu Central, which is the parent constituency, which has also donated some wards to make up the new constituents, and also the other constituents within Mongu called the Narikwanda. So Mongu district has got 2 constituents. So we go to Mongu Central, which has remained with the following wards: Mulambwa, Katongo, Namasho, Kama, Lumbo, Lialui Lower, Mabumbu, Lialui Upper, Kanyonyo, Lewanika, Imwiko, and Kambu, existing constituency. To have the following wards: Yeta, Namshakende, Ilute, Kande, Nakato, Litawa, Nakanya, Mbekise. So those are the wards that make up the new constituency, which is Mongu East. We go to Mongu district again. The other existing constituency, which is Narikwanda, but has donated a few wards to the new constituency called Mongu East, has remained with the following wards. That is Narikwanda constituency: Loma, Narwei, Siowe, Lukalanya, Imario, Mutondo, Namengo. Sorry, let me repeat. For Narikwanda: Loma, Narwei, Siowe, Lukalanya, Imario, Mutondo, and Namengo. These are the ones that make up Narikwanda, or what have remained in Narikwanda. We go to Senanga. Senanga has also given birth to one constituency, which is called Senanga North, which is the new constituency called Senanga North. And it comprises the following wards: Lumbe Nanyezu, Mata, Namkokova, Imatongo, Lupuwe, Mwanambuyu, Liangati. Those are the wards that make up the new constituency called Senanga North. The parent, Senanga, has earned a surname called Senanga South, and it remains with the following wards: Mueswa, Nalumwa, Mwanyau, and Imatanda. Those are the wards that make up, that have remained in Senanga South, which is the parent constituency. Sesheke, we go to Sesheke, we have the parent constituency being called Sesheke East. Sesheke East remains with the following wards: Nangombe, Nangombe, Rwampungu, Lusu, Mawondo, and Nakatindi. These are the ones that make up the old Sesheke, which is now Sesheke East. The new constituency in Sesheke will be called, or is called, Sesheke West, and has the following wards: Munimambango, Katimamulilo, Kalobelerwa, Silumbu, and Imwisho. Imwisho. These are the ones that make up the new constituency that is called Sesheke West. We go to Shangombo. I was told it's now called Shang City. Shangombo, which is Shangombo North, which is the new constituency, and you have the following wards: Mambolomoka. This is what I was saying, long names. Mambolomoka, Mulangu, Keana, Namono, Nalitengenya, Nalitengea, and Mulonga. Those are the words that will make the new Shangombo North. The old Shangombo, which has also been given a surname, which is Shangombo South, will have the following wards: Sipuma, Lilondo, Simu, Beshe, State Ranch, Kaungamashi wards. I repeat, Shangombo South, which is the parent constituency in Shangombo district, will have the following wards: Sipuma, Lilondo, Simu, Beshe, State Ranch, and Kaungamashi. This concludes the wards from Kwahaye, Western Province. Thank you so much, Chair, and thank you, CEO.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you, Commissioners. And indeed, stakeholders, thank you very much for your patience. We needed to do this because we all needed to feel counted in as we had our names from the respective areas we hail from in Zambia being read out here. Let me proceed to indicate that the Commission will share extra information. I think as provided for by the Constitution, the new constituencies are being gazetted as we speak. So the Gazette notice will be coming out today, at the latest tomorrow. So all that Gazette notice will include the schedules of the 70, the revised, and where they have been renamed, the renamed constituencies, including narrations of the boundaries of these constituencies. So next week, you should be able to get the maps for the indicating the new constituencies. As for the schedules referred to in this meeting today, those will be available on all our platforms, the electronic platforms of the Commission today itself. I thank you as I hand over to our Corporate Affairs Manager.
Chairperson, members of the Commission, CEO, thank you for running us through all the details that our stakeholders needed. But we also do take note that there could be one or two questions from the audience, and we'll definitely go to that period when the Commission can also respond and clarify on certain issues. I can already see a hand. Please introduce yourself if you are representing a political party, if you are just an individual interested in this process. The Commission would like to know your name, the organization, or just as an interested stakeholder So let's start.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning, Chairperson, the Vice Chairperson, Commissioners, and the management of ECZ. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Honorable Maxwell Mkwakwa. I'm a founder member of UPND, but my specific question is in respect of the constituencies which have been created in Zambezi district. I just want to get a clarification. Where does the Mpidi Kakonga ward fall? Does it fall into Zambezi Central Constituency, or does it fall under Zambezi East Constituency? Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. Please repeat the name of the ward, just for clarity. Kindly use the microphone.
It is Mpidi Kakonga ward. I didn't seem to have heard it being mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Can we get the microphones on all sides? Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mufwaya Ryu, coming from the Zambia We Want. My question is, by the way, the report looks quite fair, and congratulations are in order to the ECZ. I just wanted to find out something. Are you going to be able to provide us with a data set and methodology that determined the split of constituencies? I think it would be important because there are some constituencies right now, everything looks okay, but there are some constituencies in the rural areas that might be actually in population quite big as compared to some of those that have been split. I'll give an example. There are certain constituencies that you can walk to, but in certain places you can't visit certain particular constituencies just on a day. So are you going to provide us with a data set and the methodology that you have used to split those particular constituencies? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm still looking around the room. There's a hand in the middle.
Good afternoon, the ECZ committee and everybody else in the committee.
Kindly put the microphone closer. If it's not working properly, Tim, can we get a properly working microphone?
Okay, as I was saying, good afternoon, the committee, the leading chair, and the members of seated here. My question is the timing of...
Please, your name first, sir, and any representation.
I'm Gerald Mwanza. I'm coming from Liberal Democrats. I'm the campaign manager.
I will still request that you bring the microphone closer. Okay. We can barely hear
My
you.
name is Gerald Mwanza from the Liberal Democrats Party. My question is the timing of amendments. Why is the Commission supporting major electoral changes at such a sensitive political moment, so close to what is expected to be one of the most contested elections in recent history? What specific national agents makes these changes necessary now rather than earlier?
Thank you. Chairperson, we have about 3 issues raised, and one relates to clarification on a particular ward in Zambezi, but also if the Commission will make available the data set and methodology used in the delimitation. There's also a question as to why the Commission, and to quote your word, supporting these reforms at a time such as this, when we are closer to the election. Chair, I seek your guidance on how those will be responded to.
Thank you, Patricia. I think the question on the Zambezi Mpindi Kakoma, maybe Commissioner Mtiti, she's the one who read out in Northwestern, maybe can help Mr. Max Mukwakwa on that one. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Honorable Max Mukwakwa. Mpindi Kakonga is in Zambezi East. The old constituency is Zambezi East. Maybe for further clarity, let me read all the words in Zambezi East. Zambezi East has Nyakulenga, Luitadi, Luatembo, Mpidi, Kakonga, Dipalata, and finally, Lukunyi. Those are the words in Zambezi East. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Just to add that Mpindi Kakoma hasn't been moved or touched. It has stayed where it is in Zambezi East. Thank you. Sorry, the question on from Zambia, we want to provide data. I'll ask the CEO to answer that question.
Thank you, Chairperson. The Commission will release a report to support this delimitation process. What has been prioritized today is the legal requirement. So the legal requirement is for publishing a gazette notice indicating the names and boundaries of the constituencies. So that's what has been prioritized, but the report will be released soonest to inform citizens in terms of the methodology. Suffice to say that the methodology is outlined in the Constitution, which is Articles 58 and 59, but we will elaborate further how that was applied in order to arrive at what has been announced today, including this necessary data set, which as per the Constitution really speaks to two items, the population and the surface area. I thank you.
I think the third question is from the Liberal Democrats, Mr. Mwanza. Why are the changes so close to the elections, and which seem to be very highly contested? I think I know there's a lot of talk, but I wouldn't say they're highly contested because we haven't yet started. There's been no nomination, so we don't know who is standing. So I don't think we can call it highly contested. Yes, of course, people are discussing, and and that's how democracy is. And it's nice to hear people discussing and putting forward their opinions on the matters. But with the changes, and you say so close to the elections, fortunately, you have to prepare for elections in every election. I think it was the same even in 2021. We had quite, high charge debates and people taking positions, and that's how it should be. But for this particular one, delimitation, which hasn't been done for the last, I don't know how many years. The last one, of course, we told you 2014, it was done because districts were created, and those districts needed representation, and the representation could not come from other districts, and hence you found that every district has a constituency, and we have cured it now so that those districts, despite the numbers, the population they had, they can have an extra constituency. Now, with regard to that, why are we creating again some more constituencies? I think you remember that the Constitution was amended and providing for 70 constituencies. And these constituencies could not lie in the books or what when they are supposed to be implemented, executed. And that's what ECZ did. And it's mandated by law to create these constituencies for people who want to take part in these elections. And I don't think it's too late for people to be included in these elections, or for big constituencies which are like countries in other countries, in the rest of the world, which are like countries in other parts of the world, and here there were constituencies. I wouldn't believe that those people living in those areas would agree with Mr. Mwanza that the constituency should not have been created, or the people who are here that we should not create constituencies so that there's a smooth implementation of the electoral system, or inclusion for the aspiring candidates in the electoral system. So that's why it is happening now. And if you have followed elections, this is the pattern. If you have followed elections, there are nitty-gritty issues that have to be sorted out, that have to be resolved before the elections. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. I can see about 6, 7 hands. The numbers keep increasing. So, CEO, maybe guidance on how we move. Should we take, or there are about 8? I have been guided 3. I'll take 1 from this side, 1 from here, 1 from this side. So the team with microphones, can we get 1 from here, 1 in the middle, 1 on my left?
Thank you. Right. All right, thank you very much. Greetings, Chairperson, ECZ commissioners, and everyone else. My name is Kennedy Mlenga, and I'm a resident of Garden House, Lusaka, that's under Kanyama constituency. I wish to find out from ECZ that were publicized, for example, the 2019 delimitation report when coming up with these new constituencies, or perhaps the new constituencies were only based on the information that was collected during the public engagements that were being conducted. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get 2 more questions. The Commission has indicated that we can come for the last round. So again, in that order, so I need questions from this side. 1 question this side, 1 question this side. I'll still come back.
Good afternoon. Yeah. My name is Cecilia Bobo. I am a youth political participation advocate, and I'm the founder of Voice for Human Rights Zambia, which is a youth-led organization focused on youth governance and human rights. My question is, with the new constituencies announced today, what logical and budgetary implications does ECZ anticipate for voter registration, policy district mapping, and civic education for the next general elections? Thank you.
Thank you. A question from this side.
My name is Bodwin Chilonga Kafuaya. I'm really thankful for the wonderful meeting. There is one thing which I want to find out from the electoral commissioner. According to the constitution, they are said the period for campaign is 90 days.
Sorry, just a minute, just a minute. I think let's get our house in order.
You can proceed, sir, but just restart your question.
My name is Chilonga Bodwin Kafuaya, a president of a Junior People's Party. I want to find out from electoral commissioner, The period for campaign is 90 days. Now, according to the roadmap, it's showing that the period for campaigning is 21, and we ended on 12th August, which means it's less than 90 days. Now, I want the electoral commissioner to assist us because no one is above the law. We need 90 days.
Can I guide the House? The meeting for today is delimitation, and we'll do ourselves any good if we stick to asking questions around delimitation. We are not curtailing you, sir. The period of campaigns will come. If you have noticed, the Commission has also called another meeting tomorrow with political parties to discuss nominations. We are following that order: delimitation, nominations. When we get to campaigns, all those issues will be addressed. And Chair, I stand to be guided. I request that we restrict our discussion today so that we can maximize on the value of why we are here. With that said, Cecilia, I'll come back to you. The Commission would like you to repeat your question. Please give Cecilia the microphone.
My question was, with the new constituencies announced today, what logical and budgetary implements does the ECZ political district mapping and the civic education before the next general elections?
Thank you, Chairperson. I hand over to you for guidance on the responses to the questions. There's a hand.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Edith Mwinga, a journalist. And my question is, will there be need for people to change voters' cards where polling stations have been migrated from one constituency to another? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Those are the three questions. I hand over to you.
Thank you for the questions. I think the CEO can, can react to the Kanyama constituency gentleman about the delimitation report, 2019 report.
Thank you, Chair. The 2019 report was part of the desk as the stakeholders in the respective districts met. Most of the attendees are part of the people that were consulted in 2019, and by and large, most of the proposals were almost the same. So they did not specifically quote or reference, but you could tell that that kept coming up. So it's part of the input into this process. Thank you. The question from Cecilia. So the Commission, immediately after the amendment to the Constitution, and because by the Constitution of the Commission, it was very obvious at that point that we were going to proceed with delimitation, reviewed its budget and did engage the Treasury to inform government of the implications of these new constituencies in terms of the 2026 general election budget and going forward. And we are glad to note that we're receiving the required support in that respect. In terms of logistical impact, it actually has a positive impact for us because you recognize that one of our areas of operation as we conduct an election is a constituency. So for these 70 and the parent, the person in charge now has a smaller unit to work with than previously, so which will enhance efficiencies. Of course, it will require us to get extra equipment or indeed transport and so forth, but all those have been incorporated into the plans as we get to the 2026 general election. We've also put in place the necessary voter education information to make sure that the voters and indeed the citizens are informed in terms of where they now do lie when it comes to their constituencies. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
The last one?
Yeah, the last one.
Change of
Yes.
polling stations.
So the short answer is no. The voters out there, be rest assured that your voter's card remains valid. It does not need to change. Because remember, the voter's card does not bear the name of the constituency. It just carries the polling station. So where you registered to vote is where you're going to go and vote come August 13th, 2026. You do not need to change your voter's card. Your voter's card remains valid. Thank you.
Thank you. Those that have already raised their hands, I'm not coming to you. I need to give an opportunity to those that haven't spoken. So one question here. Another one here. Okay, maybe let me try and see if I can get 4, but just make them snappy, if we can go that route. Mr. Gesnirenda, your hand was not up. Why is it going up now? Let's get this side. Okay, you already have the microphone. Please proceed.
Thank you so much. My name is Chilufia Chikonkolo, coming from Mungwi District. I just want to commend the Commission and the Chair for the delimitation of Malole constituency. It's a place where we have been pushing and submitting from 2011, 2019, and we thank God that today it has been actualized. I just want to commend you with the leadership of the President. We have finally gotten our other constituency. For me, it was just commending you because we have made submissions from a long time and today it has been actualized. Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you to the President.
Thank you. So that's not a question, it's a commendation.
Sorry, moderator. Let me speak to... Thank you so much, moderator.
Can I just see hands again, please? I'll come to you and let's...
Allow me to greet our veteran and honorable Chipens there, our fellow media guru. The question I have to the Commission this afternoon is number one, when I listened to what has been presented so far, and also the preamble which was given, I think, by Mr. Chipens himself, I'm seeing a scenario, a situation whereby this delimitation announcement may give birth to what I may call some physical sensitization on the ground now. Because we risk having a situation where people, they're on the ground and campaigning in the wrong places. How do we handle that as a Commission? Will you go back on the street, rather on the ground, and guide the people nicely? Because we have got 4 months or 3 months before the general election. So maybe I could be wrong, but I thought I would ask this question. And of course, as I submit, I want to hear...
Innocent, may I request that you quicken your question? Because now they are bringing about 2 issues.
Thank you so much. I may not ask this question maybe in the future, moderator. So let me ask that question. How secured is our information through the Commission? An election is an emotive exercise or undertaking. What I mean is that how guaranteed are we as members of public to ensure that when information, before it is given to the general public, is not getting out of the bag? And to justify that, or to ask that question, when I begin to counter-check the delimitation report which has been given now, or results, you realize that there were some people even prior to where we are today who were able to go on the ground to campaign and naming, I'm going to stand in the constituency B or Z. And those are mostly members from the ruling party. Now my question is, how do you ensure that going to an election in 4 months from now, there will be no such unscrupulous individuals.
Innocent, please wind up your question.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Patricia, for that.
That has been noted. Our stakeholders, I am pleading with you. Make your questions very simple, straightforward, so that we accommodate a few more hands. If you can go that route, thank you.
Thank you to the Chair, Mrs. Mwanga Zalomis, and all high protocol observed. My name is Gabriel Nkomo, a youth advocate from Nyimba with keen interest in representation and constituency development. My question is, how can emerging leaders and local stakeholders be engaged in ensuring that the new constituencies translate into improved service delivery and accountability on the ground?
Thank you. Let me get a question here. Yes.
Good day to all, and I'd like to thank the Commission for bringing up this program today. My name is Peter Chwana, and I'm from V Kanyama ZTV. Now, with the birth of 70 constituencies, I'd like to find out how funding to these various constituencies is going to be affected in as far as service delivery.
A breather from that question and seek the guidance of the chairperson for the responses to what has been asked so far. And I'll come back for the last. When I say last, it's last. I've seen Mr. Gessi Nyirenda, Mr. Mvula, literally raising their hands like you should see we are seated here. I'll come back to you. Can we switch off the microphone that's giving us feedback?
The lady from Mungwe district, Chilofia, thank you for that commendation. And we are happy that there's a satisfied person, and we are sure that, we hope that the Mungwe people are also happy that they have a constituency. So thank you very much for that. The second question on the sensitization, how secure is our information? Maybe I'll ask Commissioner Chipenzi to react to his friend from the civil society.
Thank you, Chair. Actually, it's a friend from the media.
From the media, sorry,
yes,
from
yes,
the media.
It's a colleague from the media. Yes, Innocent, sorry. The issue of sensitization remains very critical in this whole thing. Because these are new things, new constituencies, and that's why the Commission also decided to, unpack the wards that make up the new constitution, the new constituency. This is part of the sensitization, and I hope that people here will be able to disseminate this information out there. The Commission has got a voter education department, which is, or unit, which is in charge of these issues of sensitization. But it has also gone further by engaging media institutions to help in the sensitization. So you see a lot of sensitization activities from now on, trying to, make people aware, the citizens aware where this new constituency is, more so those constituencies that have acquired new names. For example, Kombra. There should be a lot of talking, a lot of sensitization in Isoka for people to appreciate where Kombra is. So that one, you'll be assured that there will be a lot of sensitization around this process so that no one goes to start campaigning in another person's ward or in another person's constituency, only to realize towards the election to say, oh, I was in the wrong constituency, I have to go back. You have lost the elections. The issue of information, security of the information. Unfortunately, in this case, if I can tell you, colleague Innocent, There are people who were campaigning, even in constituencies right now that have not been delimited. They are there, a number of them actually. The fact that the commission announced that there will be delimitation of 70, each and every district requested for a delimitation. And they were already, positioning themselves to say, me, I'll be in the east, you'll be in the west. Me, I'll be in the south, you'll be in the north. On their own. Now, that's when maybe they'll be very disappointed, especially those that have not been given. They'll be very disappointed to find that, the east has not been given to them in that constituency, but, and so on. So that one, it's difficult to control. But what has been done now is that what they were saying, what they were doing has been proven wrong by this report, or have been proven right by this report. So now they are able to say, I wasted my money, printing brochures, posters, and even painting, branding my vehicle over a constituency that never existed, and that will never be existing anytime soon. Thank you. I hope I've responded to the question. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. The third question, I think I'll ask the Vice Chair, Commissioner Mkanda, to react to that, although it's not for here, actually for the Commission, but I think it's important just to state what the position is. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. This is from Mr. Nkoma Nyimba. I hope I got your question right. You are saying that, we see the new constituencies, the 7 of them, will have new leaders, and therefore you are wondering how these leaders can improve service delivery in those constituencies. Now, like the chairperson indicates, I think that is not part of our job. We are not mandated, to inspect what, the leaders do in their constituencies, because that is the preserve of, first of all, the electorate that put them in place. They are accountable to those people so that they deliver, what they've promised during the campaigns. So unfortunately, no, the Commission doesn't have anything to do, with monitoring these political leaders in terms of service delivery. Thank you.
I think the last question is from Mr. Peter Chikwama, from New Kanama TV. How funding is going to be affected? I think without even asking any of the commissioners to comment, I think that's the implement what the Constitution says on the constituencies, on the creation of constituencies, and not to go beyond that and start finding out how the funding is going to be done in the constituencies. I think that's for that set of those sort of questions, I think we are done. Maybe we can take some more if there are burning issues.
Chair, there are people who look like twins. Their hands are even going up at the same time. But I saw...
Including guests.
Yes, in particular. But I'll start with our lady over here. I am being biased because it's always ladies first. So let's give her the microphone.
Thank you, moderator programs. Allow me to thank the chairperson and the commissioners and the stakeholders that are here. My name is Susan Mukanzu, representing the good people of Mwinilunga. Thank you. Yes, much as we appreciate, we have been given a new constituency, and I would like to appeal to the Commission that in the near future, maybe if we happen to have another chance, you consider us with another constituency. As you might be aware, Mwinilunga is growing in terms of populace and development. then I think it's just another clarification to Commissioner on Chisasa Ward. Where is it falling? Thank you.
Where is it falling?
Since there is a hand here, Chewe, pass on the microphone.
Thank you very much. I'm Bishop Martin Sirwimba, representing Bishops' Council of Zambia. I'm the president. Here is not a question. I just want to commend the ECZ and the government, including the president, over this exercise, and to encourage people in our communities to accept, to welcome this exercise, because that is a development, especially that I'm a person who comes from Isoka. Nkombwa is a place where we are not even thinking of having such a thing, but I'm very much happy and I'm proud of what you are doing. And as I'm finishing, I would also like to encourage people as a church. We are encouraging the communities that this thing should never be politicized, because this is a development that is coming even to our youths. So God bless you so much. That's my recommendation of that.
Thank you. Let's move to Mr. Mvula and Mr. Nyirenda sitting together.
Thank you very much, moderator. My name is David Mvula. I'm the executive director for Common Grounds Network and also the vice chairperson of the Civil Society Alliance on Legal Reforms. The Technical Committee on Constitutional Amendments did recommend 70 new elected seats. And from their report, somewhere in their report, it says that each province should at least get 7. From what we have seen today is that some provinces have gotten less than 7, others have gotten more than the required, recommended by the technical committee. My question is there a rationale for the Electoral Commission of Zambia from departing from that recommendation? Because that is a recommendation which came from the technical committee. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairperson and Commissioners. My name is Guess. I'm Guess Nyirenda from Operation Young Vote. My question is rather technical, however, I'm going to ask it. To what extent did you apply your minds to ensure that the retention of the value and the power of the vote as you were moving and distributing words? Because the challenge may be one constituency will have a member of parliament who wins by 2,000 votes, and the other constituents will have a member of parliament who wins by 200,000 votes. So the issue for me is the power of the vote must be maintained to maintain the integrity of the whole electoral process. So to what extent, as you were moving and distributing the words, did you apply your minds to maintain the equality and power of the vote? I thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. There's a hand that has not dropped. I don't know if your hand is not even aching now. Please give him the microphone.
Thank you.
so very much. My name is Mkonda Movita, all the way from Shangombo. On behalf of the people of Shangombo, my question is coming in this manner that what criteria did the ECZ use other than considering the distance in other places, or let me say in other words, because from what I have seen, there is we had a thing which proposed, which had a difference of population of 2,000, and there is the one which has been picked, which has a difference of 11,000. So we thought the fair one was there was that one for 2,000, and which he was even making a difference for Mambolo Moka to fall under Shangombo, but Mambolo Moka has been allocated to north instead of south. And the distance there is too vast for them to fall under the different constituencies. I thank you. And thank you to Mr. President and the ECZ for having given us and considered the people of Shangombo.
Thank you. For the last one, I'll move away from the podium and request my colleague here to help me with the question.
Good morning, everyone. I'm from Kawata constituency.
Kawata.
My name is Influenza Mbewe. I am independent candidate for Kabwata constituency, standing as an MP. I heard about the limitation, but is it going to be, the report, is it going to be distributed next week, or when is the exact date? I didn't hear about the report. When is the date? I want to know the date. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chairperson, those are our last questions, and I seek your guidance in terms of responses.
I think, well, thank you, Susan, from Winilunga. I think that was the first question. You wanted to find out about, first, I think we'll just go straight to the ward. Just a ward, I think it's in Winilunga East. That's where it is. Okay, thank you. You know, during these sittings in relation to Winilong, and you say that you even want another constituency because you think that the place will soon be populated, isn't it? Did they tell you the means of the population of Winilonga? How they are going to do it? Would you like to know? It's a developing place, isn't it? And the population is going to grow. They have a way of growing the population. That's what they told us during the sittings. Maybe you'd like to know that they intend to get the gentlemen from Southern Province to go into Winilunga and help them populate the place. Thank you. I thought that was very interesting. The people who have 10 or 12 children, they can go there and have more children for them. Bishop, thank you very much for the commendations, and we'll try and do our best. I I think there's a question from David Mvula. You said that according to the recommendation of the technical committee, each province should get 7, isn't it? I think the mandate of the constitutional mandate of delimitation is with the commission, and we are given the principles that are applied when you are delimiting. So we've come a long way from 1964, and the distribution of the seats from 1964 was not about equality, that if you give Copper Belt 2, then everyone must get 2. I think there are other factors and principles that are applied, and that's why even when you look at the geography of the places are very different. The accessibility of the polling stations or the wards it's different from province to province. The population is different from province to province. There are so many factors that have to be considered. So it can never ever be an equal number. Thank you. I thought I could reply to that right away. To what extent did we apply our minds to ensure that the retention of the value of the vote? I would like to. I'll ask the CEO and the commissioners. This is a discussion. Guess I think you are reading it from somewhere. This is a discussion that we need to. You as the voter guru should actually be holding seminars on this one. And what you mean is that if you are living in a place where there are only 2,000 people and the other people are 7,000, doesn't matter what space they occupy, doesn't matter how difficult it is, the other people, how do you determine the value of the vote? Because they are all entitled to that value. When you vote, it's the same value, individual value. So I'll ask the CEO, maybe you'd like to be philosophical on the value of the vote, or any other commissioner can discuss that. But I think it's something that needs a lot of time for very academic, very philosophical. I don't know if the people who here have time, but anyway, in short, thank you. CEO.
Thank you, Chairperson. Probably just to add that as the Commission was reviewing the district submissions, in a number of districts, the Commission had to revise the submissions to address those particular issues, to ensure the correct balance between the striving for equality of population, but also taking into consideration the means of communication and geography, but also taking into account, even within the context of a district, the densely populated versus the sparsely populated. So without naming any particular district, there are instances where district would propose that all the wards in the urban centers would form a constituency, and the new constituency would be just dedicated to the rural and remote. And the Commission has had to reconfigure that so that there's a share of each. So you have where they proposed maybe east-west, the Commission has changed that to north-south so that each one of them has a share of both the urban and the rural, so that there's that equitable distribution. So that was applied within the context of each district. Thank you.
Mr. Mubito's question from Shangombo about the distances are vast, and some walk. I think some areas about 200 kilometers and some 100 kilometers. I wonder if there's any commissioner would like to discuss that.
Shangombo was one of those where the district didn't have consensus. They had proposal meeting. So I suspect he was referring to one of those proposals. So the commission considered and came up with what is equitable.
Yes.
The commission came up, they had 3 proposals.
I'll ask the CEO to explain, because during the district sittings, there's something that came up on Shangombo. So we are even remembering what they said. So I'll ask the CEO to answer to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to highlight that Shangombo was one of the few districts that during the consultative meetings, they did not agree to one submission. They had, I think, 2 or 3 different submissions coming from the district. They could not agree as stakeholders. They were guided in terms of the parameters in the Constitution, but they did not agree. So upon receipt of those submissions, the Commission reviewed, and in order to balance what we were speaking to earlier, the surface area and the population, came up with this rather final decision of the configuration of the wards as have been read out of the Shangombo North and South. So I think within that context of how the dynamics of Shangombo are as we perceived from the submissions and the verbal reports, the Commission settled for this option as the best for the district. Thank you.
The lady there was asking, when is the report going to be distributed? CEO, maybe you can also, inform the lady accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. As soon as early, rather as next week, the members of the public will have access to the report. But just to repeat myself, the Commission prioritized the legal requirements, which is the Gazette notice, which, as I indicated earlier, should be coming out today or latest tomorrow, that you have. And the schedules that were referenced here today will be available, if they are not already available, on the Electoral Commission of Zambia social media platforms. So the report that speaks to the details will be shared next week. Thank you.
Thank you, CEO. On a lighter note, this has been the most easiest audience that I've ever dealt with. There's been so much order, no noise, nothing like shouting, can you keep quiet? And I think the members agree with me, say it. Let me now invite the Chief Electoral Officer, who will invite the chairperson of the commission to close for us.
Thank you once again, Director of Programs, and once again, thanks to you, our dear stakeholders, for your patience and for the clarification sought. And this will come and give her closing remarks to this meeting today. Thank you. Chairperson.
I think it's afternoon now. Good afternoon. I just would like to thank you for being here. We thought, as we were preparing for this press brief, we were wondering whether you'd be with us for such a long time, since we are going to go through the words. But we thought it was very important that as you hear of a constituency, you ought to know which wards are in that constituency. Like here in Lusaka, if you just say Makenyo, Roma, or Lima. You won't even know where Lima is. So we thought it was very important, because as you sit there, you are representing the rest of the country. You are asking questions for the rest of the country. To us, that's very, very important, following the electoral process. And we are pleased that we were there when 70 constituencies were created. There are many, many countries when we go around who would like to create more constituencies, but maybe sometimes the politics hold us back to development, because for various reasons, some don't want constituencies to be created, and yet the people in those places, in those constituencies, want their constituencies to be established so that they can have more representation. And as we sit now, the economic development is driven from the constituencies. So we are pleased that you are pleased that constituencies have been established for the sake, in the best interest of everybody in the country. It's the province representatives, they all wanted constituencies. That's one thing that they agreed upon. Every district in Zambia, no matter how remote or how small, they want more constituencies, they want more representation. So sometimes when people talk, I think we should talk from a position of who are we talking for? Who are we, in whose interest are we saying no to something? Because there are thousands of people who will be affected either by the yes or by the no position that we take. Thank you very much for coming. We are holding a press brief, in fact, an engagement tomorrow with the political stakeholders and ourselves, so that we are on one page towards this electoral process and going towards the general election in August. We have to prepare the elections together with yourselves. So we thank you for coming, and we thank the media for always being there. Thank you. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll ask that maybe we all rise up, even as we are going to have a prayer from the Vice President of the Bishop Council of Zambia, Reverend Dr. Agnes Kaposa. Then after that, we are going to sing the national anthem.
Thank you. I appreciate the chairperson for Electoral Commission of Zambia, the media, and all stakeholders in the house. God bless you. Let us pray. Gracious Father, we thank you. We bless you even as we continue to lift this great nation of Zambia before you. Thank you for coming to the end of the delimitation process. We thank you for it has not been easy, but we have seen the hand of the Lord. We have seen peace among the people from different provinces who participated in the delimitation program. Therefore, I pray for wisdom, especially to the people in leadership. Pray for wisdom for all the stakeholders. I pray for wisdom and knowledge to the media crews. Even as we are going towards the elections, I pray and declare that the peace we have seen will continue to be exercised in all 10 provinces of this great nation of Zambia. Now, as I lift my hands, I speak a blessing upon each one of us. We are blessed when we came in, and we are blessed as we go. Everything which has been articulated here, Father, we take responsibility as the people of Zambia. For this country is the only country we have, which is called Zambia, of which I call it. It has and it will remain the beacon of peace. Bless the people of Zambia. Bless the president of Zambia. Bless all the leadership. We pray that will continue to embrace the peace, the unity, and the coexistence. May God bless Zambia, and everybody answers, Amen.
Amen. We are going to sing the last stanza and the chorus of the national anthem. One land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace neath Zambia's sky. Like our noble eagle in its flight, Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, one strong and free, praise be to God. Bless our great nation. Free men we stand under the flag of our land. Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, one strong and free. Thank you. We are going to wait for the chairperson and the members to leave before we can leave.